Mucking is a way of secretly changing cards you are dealt into cards you have been holding out. These cards can be from a different deck or could be stolen out during previous hands. The first part of mucking is learning how to steal cards. You can steal cards during the cut, which looks like this. Or another method is during the deal, which looks like this. I'm going to steal the bottom card. While everyone's peeking at their cards, I can shoot this card into my lap like that, or just palm it like so. Another method of stealing cards is while you're folding. A lot of games have a big pile of fold cards or burned cards in the center of the table. So you've dealt out the cards here, and there's a big mess of cards like here. And you can look at your cards and fold and hold out one card from your hand. Those are 3 methods of stealing cards for the muck. This is the explanation for stealing cards from mucking. The first method I showed you is a top palm. You do a top palm by pressing your pinky on the top card of the deck while held in this position in the left hand. The card I'm going to be palming off is the 2 of spades. I hold the deck in a kind of beveled position, just like that. That way it'll make it easier for the top card and just the top card to come off. What I'm doing is approaching with the right hand, and the right pinky is going to contact the top card, the upper right hand corner. It's going to push out this direction and up as well. It's going to push in these 2 directions, and in doing so the top card will come up right into palm like that. Once it's in palm, the fingers bend over the card and then cut the cards. You've palmed out the 2 of spades. The next method for stealing out cards that I showed you is during the deal, and that's very simple to do. You deal out the cards, and right now everyone's so heavily misdirected, everyone's looking at their cards. You can be as sloppy as you need because they're so heavily misdirected, but the way that I do it is I buckle the bottom card. I bend it just like that. By pushing up with your index finger and in towards your palm, you get that last card to bend like this, and you can stick your other fingers in it. And in doing so, you bring the right hand over and push that bottom card deeper into your palm. This is commonly called gambler's cop. And then you can place the cards just like that. So up to speed, it would look exactly like that to steal the card using that method. The last method I showed you was while you're folding. The cards are dealt, and remember there's a pile that you're dropping these cards into. Basically what you're just going to do is you're going to hold both cards as if you're palming them already. So they're deep in the palm, just like this. And you're only going to pull out one card and place it on the discards while you hold out the other card. And those are 3 good methods for stealing cards from mucking. This first muck I got from a book called Hand Mucking, Switching Cards in Play by George Joseph. See, I have a king and 7 in the hole. These cards are just dealt to me. And in peeking at them, I can actually switch them for 2 aces. This is the explanation of the muck. I have a 9 and a 5 in the hold. I'm clip palming the 2 aces in between my pinky and ring finger and thumb and index finger, just like that. The card should bend outward a little bit. My fingers are bent naturally over the card. It's very difficult to see the card in this position. I'm going to approach these cards, and once I get close, I'm going to drop these from my thumb. They're still clipped by the pinky, but the aces are dropped so that they can slide under the 9 and the 5. Slip under the 9 and the 5, and once they get about here, I'm going to plant my right thumb. That'll keep the 9 and the 5 from moving any further. If I don't plant, it can keep moving. So I have the aces, I plant the thumb, and then I bring my right index finger over to pick up the 9 and the 5. As I pick up the 9 and the 5, I let go of my pinky, dropping the aces on the table. Then it's a simple matter of clip palming the ace and the 9 and the 5, pretending to look at them, and then placing them down and moving your hands away. Here's what it looks like up to speed. The aces are palmed. I'm dealt the 9 and the 5. I peek at them like this, place down, and they've changed to aces. This is a one-handed version of that muck. See, I have a 7 and 10 of diamonds in the hole. I'm going to peek at these cards and place them right back down, and I now have 2 aces. This is the explanation for the one-handed muck. I'm going to leave the cards face up so you can see exactly what's going on. The aces are clip-palmed, exactly as I explained earlier, in between the pinky and ring finger and index and thumb. I bend the fingers to make it look natural once again. I come over ahead of these cards and then I drop the two aces from my thumb so that they can slide under these cards. They slide under. I use my thumb to stop the 10 and 7 from going closer to me, use my index finger to pick up on the 10 and the 7, and then transfer my pinky to the 10 and the 7. Come up, make it look like I'm glancing at these cards, and then I place back down and move away. So up to speed, face up, it looks like this. Have the aces palmed, 10 and the 7 are here. I sweep, peek, place, and move. This is called the peel muck. I have the ace and the 10 in the hole. I'm going to glance at the cards just like this, place them back down, and later reveal that I have two aces. This is the explanation for the peel muck. I have the ace of clubs held out in my hand in clip palm position. The cards I am dealt are the ace and the 9. I'm going to muck out the 9 and bring in the ace of clubs. I'm going to approach the cards and drop the ace of clubs right on top of these other two cards. Then I'm going to stick my fingers under the cards and pick them up just like this. Notice how I position these cards so that this corner goes right into the crotch of my thumb. This will make it easier for me to pivot and palm out the ace of diamonds. So the ace of clubs is palmed in clip palm position. Bring it over. Bring all three cards into my hand in the crotch of the thumb. Bring over the 9 like this, and then palm out the 9 as I put the aces down on the table. This is the palm in, palm out muck. These are the cards that are legitimately dealt to me. 4 spades and the 6 of clubs. I'm going to peek at these cards, throw some chips in the pot, and in doing so, I've changed them into aces. This is the explanation to the palm in, palm out muck. I have the cards I'm going to muck in held in clip palm with my fingers bent naturally over the cards. In the action of looking at the cards, what I'm actually going to do is bring these cards over and bring them into clip palm as I bring this hand over and let these fall while taking them away with the other hand in clip palm. That's why it's called the palm in, palm out, because with this hand, the cards are coming in. With this hand, the cards are being palmed out. Here's the exact mechanics of it. I'm gripping the cards, the legitimate cards that are dealt to me, in this case the 4 and the 6, with my middle finger and ring finger on one side and thumb on the other. As I drag it toward myself, I'm going to move my index and middle finger toward the edge. This is going to help me bring it deeper into my hand so that I can actually clip palm it. So it starts here. I'm going to move my 2 fingers and then clip palm this card. As that's happening, I'm going to bring this hand over with the aces palmed in it, covering it up, because once again I'm just simulating this action. So I'm in this position with these are already clip palmed and these are clip palmed as well. Then I'm going to pull this hand away here toward the table edge as I drop these cards. That's when I throw in chips or something to add to the illusion and give me extra shape. And that's the explanation for the palm in, palm out muck.